I guess we can go ahead on and start with jealousy.
All right.
Jealousy. And there it is. That's what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So jealousy is a feeling of resentment or bitterness or hostility towards someone who has something that you don't. Okay, it can be generally it can be success, an achievement, a trait, social advantage, a material possession, or a relationship, amongst other things. So basically, it's just that feeling you get when you want something that somebody else got.
Well, yeah, and you also got to know it's typically happens when in a relationship, and it requires three people to have jealousy.
Three people,
like
y'all.
When you have jealousy, it requires a third party. You know what I'm saying? So.
I had to read over and I had realized it does.
Right.
Oh, we got stars.
Great. That's what
Thanks
I'm talking
for the
about.
stars.
Thanks, people.
Thank you.
And okay, let's do the. Okay, y'all understand? So jealousy. Read that one more time.
Jealousy. It's a feeling of resentment, bitterness, or hostility towards someone who has something that you don't. And we just talked about it could be success. It could be a lot of different factors as to why you are jealous.
Yep, and it requires
jelly.
Third party.
Three people, y'all.
Three people, you know what I'm saying? We'll explain. We'll go more into detail. So, but first we're going to do envy. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Envy. Okay, let me get my envy up here for you guys. This mouse is not cooperating. It is in the trash after we get through.
50 Mises.
Envy. So we have it on the screen for you. Envy is described as a mix of admiration and discontent. But it's not necessarily malicious. It can be used as part of a compliment, as in you work so hard to achieve your success. I really envy you. So although it sounds the same, envy being a feeling of having something you do not too, but it's just always directed toward, someone, if you will, versus jealousy. What do y'all think about that?
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly on it because I it's been plenty of times where like dealing with my music, I've always envied other artists in a certain way. I've never been jealous of them. I always do. Right. Like my favorite artist is Black Thought, Jay-Z. So I envy how they do their shit.
Right, you're not jealous
I
of
envy the way they process their music, lyrics, and everything. I'm not jealous of them at all. I want to be that good one day or at some point. You see what I'm saying? As a businessman, as an artist, and all that shit. So I look at it like she said. It's a perfect match. You can't have one without the other. There was some people say you got to be jealous if you envy motherfucker. No, you cannot.
Necessarily.
It's not there.
And that's the problem. That's why we brought the subject up, because people think they are both they're intertwined, but they're really
no
not
hostile
intertwined
element the whole time.
Right, that's even
the hostile element.
Okay, before we talk about it as a whole, Tero, let's envy. Let's talk about the deadly sin.
Okay, which y'all, I hope y'all do know that it's one of the 7 deadly sins. Jealousy is somewhat more acceptable in emotion in Christianity. You know how y'all separate things between religions, whatever. Probably because it's considered justified for a spouse to be jealous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And indeed for a God to be jealous. God say God is a jealous God. You can't put no other deity before him. On the other hand, envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. The moral rationale is that envy leads to discontent and resentment, which in turn can trigger further sins like theft or even murder. A person who does not covet what other people have is not only contented, well, you good with what you got and happy, but also less likely to commit crimes.
And see, I thought it was the other way around.
Me too.
Because, when you hear about crimes of passion and stuff like this, it's because somebody was
off the
jealous.
Yeah, I agree too, sis.
They don't say, it was envy that caused him to.
Right. But now, exactly. But now we're going to talk about how we always talk about is balance. Okay, you can have all of these things, but what you going to do with it?
Right.
Yeah, how you going to control being jealous or envious?
What you manifest.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you manifest. So let's get into it. So I guess we'll start with envy. Since because from the beginning, as you can see, biblically, envy is frowned upon.
Yeah,
more than jealousy.
Yeah, because it's in the Bible. So
right. So yeah, exactly.
It's automatically placed.
Yeah,
as
top
you sure evil.
Right.
Type shit.
But now,
but if you realize
but envy also can motivate you. You can use it as a motivator. That's why it depends on your personal thing. Your personal goal is being like I can envy Tero, but. Now, it could lead to me stealing from her, but I'm not that person. That's why I got to work. As long as I'm working on me to better me, I'm not going to take nothing. I just want to make it better.
Do you think that envy is something that will lead to, like, you really just answered it, though.
Yeah.
Like, will lead to, like, something that will make you want to harm somebody?
Yeah, it will.
Because they say that, it's a form of flattery. Certain things are a form of flattery.
Yeah,
like if somebody does a verse or dresses like a certain person,
right?
They say, "Well, I'm flattered by." It's a form. I'm showing you that I like something about you, which could be envy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it would never make me want to envy you to the point where I want to harm you. I'm like, it's a fine line between.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like it's kind of. It's kind of backwards to me because, like you say, it's a play on words. Because if this is here, then but this is a deadly sin,
right?
And this one is supposed to not be, but still, both of them are frowned upon and are supposed to be negative,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, but one of them, the sin, can be admiration.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just, and when I
read
it,
because it's just because it's personal. It's just between you and that person. How you feel. You ain't even gotta tell them. Right. Now, when you get into jealousy, like it's a whole nother party concern. It's just like you talking to my wife and I'm standing over here, and I can automatically get the jealous, like, damn, she don't laugh like that. When, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not evil. That's strictly jealous. But why? But both of us, this is my wife and you my friend, but I'm standing over there being just all fucked up about nothing.
And it's so unhealthy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying?
I think sometimes envy is just something that you could probably control.
Yeah.
Because it's not that you don't like the person or you hate them or you necessarily want what they have. You just kind of feel like, okay, I wish that I could.
I want it.
I wish that I could do. I wish that I could do this or whatever, but I can't. But I envy you, and jealousy is like, okay, well, look at her, or. Oh, that's
them motherfuckers.
Look at them; they always doing something.
Right.
Like
just pure jealousy.
Like on one end, I can say I envy y'all marriage because but we got the brother y'all got, and then I can turn around and say, look at like she just look at them happy motherfucker. Where they? You see the face? You gotta be this jealous and shit.
I think you can't. Sometimes jealousy you just necessarily can't control.
It's gonna make
because it's emotion. It's more of an emotion than anything. You know what I'm saying?
It takes over you, and it's not like you.
That's why I guess biblically, like they've said, like what God is a jealous God, or like when we married, you know what I'm saying? And I see how my wife. And I guess that's why a lot of cultures cover their women up with the whole veil. You can't see them but the eyeballs.
You understand?
I mean, I get it.
And you know what I mean? You understand it.
Right.
It's supposed to be for you.
You know what I'm saying?
For your husband.
Right.
Yeah. So I can see that, but it just seems like to me that you're trying to make one fit you because and the one that everybody displays all the time, that's not the sin, but the sin is when it gets ugly and
like, that's when it becomes a sin because neither one of them I don't think envy is really a sin until you make it one.
Okay, how do you
like when you just say if I'm envious, I'm envious and I want what Tero have, but I don't want to. As soon as I don't want to work to get there, and I want to go take it.
He forced it. Jealousy.
Now it becomes, now it becomes a sin. Like it becomes fucked up. Cause I'm gonna take it by any means necessary to get what he got.
Yeah, you put energy into to disrupt something.
Yeah, instead of work on it for me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can make it be a stepping stone. Like I can get there.
Right.
At least when he leave this spot, right. Whatever spot he in, I want that spot because I know he gonna move on to the next one. Let me get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I envy this. So I want to get there.
And certain people
and
who are jealous may not have that same work ethic and mind frame
they
that
won't.
you have.
Right.
So like you said, it's gonna always be the individual.
Yeah, it's gonna be personal,
but
but a lot of people, because it ain't necessarily like a lot of people. Like I said before, like a lot of people think it's bad. It's not necessarily bad. Now, if it becomes bad, that means it's you.
That's why I like how y'all broke it down. They take 3 people to be jealous. Too.
Right.
Because you gotta have somebody to cheerlead.
Yeah, so one of them, like you said, you got to have some people or some more parties, and one of them is just like it be because of an object,
third party.
Because of what you want. Something. Now, if you let it consume you to the point where you just going broke because you want what everybody else,
and see, that's when the sins is like that's when because you're not
that's a major sin against yourself
of what you have. Yeah, y'all thanks a lot for all these stars. We almost got our stars.
Love y'all.
We started off with $1,000, $1,000 limit for our stars, and we're nearly there. Thank you.
Yeah. So, like I say, for anybody that want to, we got a point where we can call in.
Callers?
Or you want to do an O.C.B. song, or what you want to do?
It's O.C.B. right quick.
Yeah, okay, look, we're gonna play some O.C.B. and then right after this commercial, we gonna
take some callers.
Y'all call. But listen to this though.
Yeah. O.C.B. baby. Come on in, the party's jumping. Me and my OGs are ready to play. Go ahead, take your shoes off, cause I know you gon' wanna stay. Tell me what you're drinking, or do you like to smoke? Tell me what you need, baby girl, and I give you what you want. Don't worry about no money. Hold on one second. Don't worry about a thing, girl. Cause it's going down in the champagne room. Yeah. That is so boy O.C.B. man. We back, you know what I'm saying, with jealousy and envy. And also, we had while we was bumping up some champagne room, we got a caller, and it's Miss. Who is this anyway?
Hey, bomb in the house.
What up?
We turning you down.
Hey, man, we gotta tell you, she came in. Man, what? She came in real high.
People, let the record show people that I donated the first 200 stars.
No, man, thank you.
Donated 99.
Thank you.
So let it be known I'm O.C.B. #1 fan.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Round of applause, man. Everybody that's sitting them stars, man. You did what I'm saying. Appreciate you. You did.
We need dollar.
But I just wanted to call in to give my thoughts on tonight's topic.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
I actually just got done eating lunch with some coworkers, and we were watching a podcast, and we were listening to what y'all were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my coworkers actually said that they look at envy in a positive way.
Right.
And that it's kind of how y'all were talking about it. They look at it as motivation rather than, something negative.
Mm-hmm.
But I also agree that it is the person. And I had to explain that, jealousy, it takes 3 people for jealousy to take effect.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You have to have at least 2 people in the situation to be jealous. But jealousy can become envy if you let it.
Mm-hmm.
If you let yourself feel those negative feelings.
Very easily.
Envy can tear people apart. And envy can be good if you're that type of person, But if you're the type of person that's just envious, and envy can be dangerous.
Mm.
Like that's the thing that I was talking about. Everybody was focusing on the positive part, which was a different perspective for me. But to me, envy is scary. Envy is scary
it can
because
be, and that's why it's a deadly sin, because envy can turn deadly.
Somebody could.
They'll hurt you.
They hurt you,
all type of shit.
Hurt people around you, and that's why when people say if you're jealous and you can fix it, you should talk to that person that's, the reason why you're feeling these feelings. They say you should communicate that with your friends or whoever you're jealous of or whatever, because that can eliminate any feelings of envy by taking that first step to communicate. Because most of the times it may just be misunderstanding. Some people need reassurance. So they need their friends to tell them like, hey, you're still my friend. Don't be jealous. So it's, some people I feel get jealous because they're not assured. They don't know where they stand in your life. So they end up being jealous. Because they don't
understand, like, everybody, like, when you talk about jealousy, though, people don't understand that everybody got a different relationship. And you can't be jealous of, like me and my guys, we chill. Like, it's like 5 of us, but each one of us individually have a different relationship. Like, I got a different relationship with Tero that I got from Kelsey or Kevin, and they got a different relationship outside of me. Like, and you can't, but see, some people get jealous of that. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you don't talk to me like that because you don't understand where I'm coming from. You ain't even on the same level or lane as Tero, so I can't talk to you how I talk to him because he understand different.
I need kills for a moment.
Right.
You know
and like people, I think that people just need reassurance. Like as humans, we seek reassurance. We need reassurance in relationships, friendships, whatever you're going through. You seek reassurance because if we were assured and we were sure of ourselves, we wouldn't have feelings of jealousy or envy. Or we will be content with what we have, but the fact that someone else is threatening your relationship with another person, that's when you start getting jealous because you're not sure where you stand anymore.
Exactly. Because of lack of understanding. What else you say, Tero? Hold on, Ash.
When you have people like for instance, I can call Kels for something and you not be around.
Right.
I need him for that for that moment.
Right.
I done called you for so many things, bro, that I had nobody else around.
Right.
I needed you for that.
Right.
So if I was to get mad because Kels needed Kev, like how they work together to cook.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You a chef.
Right.
They don't mean that you should get jealous and envious because of what they got going. We need each other for certain things.
Right.
Because y'all are individuals.
So like, hey, but I'm saying, so as soon as you step outside that realm of respecting everybody for being an individual, and then you use that envy, it's gonna consume you. It's going to turn into something else.
Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah, I also think from a science standpoint. Don't quote me because I'm not a scientist or a psychologist or a sociologist.
Right, we're none of that.
But I have taken a lot of courses and just thinking about jealousy and envy and thinking about how humans are innately. I think that jealousy and envy, mainly jealousy is an innate behavior because in nature, somebody is inferior to somebody else.
Right.
Somebody is the king of the jungle, and then you got the other animals and all that. So some animals may be jealous of the king of the jungle.
Right.
And so I feel like because behaviorally, we tend to be grouped together with certain people or we gravitate towards a certain group. I think that jealousy is kind of just, wired into our being as humans, because there is a level of inferiority and superiority. Even with humans, we are superior to most animals and most mammals, and they are inferior to us on another level,
Yeah, so we think.
It's kind of like a biological thing.
Well, so we think. Yeah. There's a lot of animals that they might not build buildings with their hands like we do, but we at the same time we can't go into their domain either. So we become.
I would say that.
Big old
biologically, I only say that because we have a brain that can do way more than any other mammal.
And I don't know,
besides a gorilla
or the dolphin.
They're probably
the
close.
Dolphin too.
Yeah, that.
And that
of course, and dolphins.
Something.
And yeah, go ahead, Mom.
I said it kind of made me think about something today when I may have been a little jealous because I always say, I'm the alpha. I want to be the alpha.
Yeah.
And I say that because our dog, it doesn't listen to anything I say because I got him spoiled. But, if O.C.B. say, look at him, he's at attention, he's sitting up, he stopped when he tells him to stop, he come when he tells him to come, and then when I tell him to do something, he looks at me crazy, and I was like, I thought I was the alpha. I'm not the alpha. Definitely not alpha, but even a something, a puppy knows, the same thing. Like he's jealous too. He's jealous of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it just goes to show you that, sometimes, like you said, in nature and the innate ability to feel, jealousy and not really know it. It's just inside of you, comes out, when you least expect.
Right.
You have to give people the benefit of the doubt for that either, because that's human nature. It's human nature for me to feel a certain type of way if I see my husband skinning and grinning up in somebody's face, I'm gonna be like, hey, who is that? What's going on?
Yeah. It's all that old y'all keying and shit.
Yeah, he hit a like you the matador.
Right. Right. And you know, at the end of the day, all of like jealousy and envy, that's all psychological. So it all depends on your mental health and your mental standing, or how you feel, what you're going through, because sometimes it could just be circumstantial. Like sometimes you could feel alienated or feel alone and be like, okay, so why my friend hanging out with this friend more than me? Now I'm jealous. Or now I'm envious because I want to be my friend's best friend and this other person is their best friend. And now I feel alone.
It's out of love.
Yeah, you know, so it's also psychological too.
As long as you don't take upon yourself to cause rifts to force your best friend that you want to be your best friend.
Right, that's when they become dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Like you just let things play out how they supposed to play out. I mean, everybody don't, because you got to remember, everybody don't have the same conversation. Right. You know what I mean? Because some people just don't know every damn thing. I have to go to your mama for a lot of stuff that, you know what I'm saying? I can't go, like, I be like, well, I need to talk to my wife about this. I can't talk to my mama. My mama don't know nothing about this shit. You know what I mean? Or
I don't want my mama to know.
Like, just you and Jalen. Like, I have to go to Jalen and talk about, like, how his side of the world is. You know what I'm saying? Or how he do things. Then I talk to you on your, how, you know, it's different. Right. If I want to know about
people
young
have
people,
different perspectives.
Right, they have different perspectives. Like, all y'all went to Ole Miss, but all y'all experiences were different. Right.
Exactly. Exactly. And I could say, oh, I'm envious. See, I wouldn't say that I'm jealous of Jalen's experience if it was better. I would say I'm envious because I wish that was my experience. Right. And that's what sets jealousy and envy apart in certain situations. Right. You have to ask yourself, am I envious of this person because I want what they have, or am I jealous because there's a third party? And it's cause and effect. You know, that's kind of how you separate those two, to me, personally.
Okay.
But yeah, y'all, that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Hey, thank you guys.
So
I'm still top 10, by the way.
Yes, you
are. Man, I appreciate top 10.
So all y'all coming for top 10, it's A-Bomb all day.
We'll give you a autographed T-shirt or something.
Hey, make sure it's signed in gold. Make sure it's signed in gold. All right. I love y'all, and I miss y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
Okay.
All righty, that was A-Bomb.
A-Bomb, she wasn't able to make it today. She got stuff to do. She got to make some money.
She becoming somebody,
y'all. Money make her.
Already, man.
Becoming somebody.
So, man, we're gonna
get into coping.
Coping mechanisms.
You want to get into some coping mechanisms?
Yeah, man. Before we get into coping, man, we're gonna put some O.C.B.
Cope with that.
Place so warm and cozy, so relaxing and comfortable, so unpredictable and exciting. Oh no, so I won't leave, I won't go. I'm gonna
man. It's your boy O.C.B. B. I said B. B.
Think about his baby.
Man, look, O.C.B. never been to a place like this. You dig what I'm saying?
Available now on all platforms.
Oh yeah. So man, look, what we gonna get into for 5 ways to ease your envy.
And there we go on the screen.
All right, let's start with number 1, y'all. We're gonna acknowledge the envy. Admit it.
Just admit it.
Take responsibility.
It ain't that hard, bro. It probably feel like it, but you know it'll make you feel better to calm your ass down.
Man up, woman up. Put your big girl panties on, brothers. Put your britches on. Stand up straight. Stick your chest out and say, "I fucked up."
And number 2 is recognize that pride is just the flip side of the coin. Okay. So reassure yourself, get your self-esteem together, get yourself in check, and come back stronger.
Pride is the devil.
Okay.
Says J. Cole, and I believe him.
Okay.
Look, and also replace envy with compassion.
Man, that's dope right there.
You gotta
That's real
replace
dope,
it.
bro.
Yeah. Cause you know, man, you know. Hey, you gonna self-detonate, you know what I mean?
Man.
You're gonna destroy yourself easy, you know
It's
what
a
I'm
blessing
saying?
to be a blessing. So that to me, number 3 is really the best one. That compassion
man.
to replace that envy, man, because it's a blessing to be a blessing. Once you find it, it makes shit better for you and the next person.
You'll end up being more happier, you know what I'm saying? Your life be more
The same
fulfilling,
person
you know what I
envy, you
mean?
will probably help them get somewhere.
Right. And
Okay,
it's just
That's probably one of the
number 4.
that envy fuel self-improvement when appropriate.
When appropriate.
So if you feel like that, okay, my brother done told me plenty of times, man, you need to take care of this, that, and the third.
right.
And I see things that I say I love about him, my sister, their marriage, whatever. I need to take that, build onto that to my next relationship or whatever, what I went through with my previous marriage or whatever.
Right.
I have to learn from that.
Right. And just because people say a lot of stuff to you, don't mean they'll know it all, these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of shit because I've been through a lot of shit.
Exactly.
And believe me, I'm not going to give, advice you don't want. That ain't what I do. Now, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, good or bad. You know what I mean? And I think you should, we need people like that in our life. You know what I'm saying?
No yes men.
No yes man, but but I'll give you a way out. When you ask me, you really want to know. You know what I'm saying? Right. You really want to know my perspective.
Man, straight in the eye.
Look, all right.
No,
so you can't get mad at what then? Because sometimes I do that and they still be like, nigga, what you mean?
Yeah.
What about what you did? See, that's why I asked. You know what I mean? Because
disclaimer,
we're not talking about me. We talking about
your situation.
You asked me about you. With my shit ain't even on the table.
And if I didn't have this brother in my life, I didn't tell him where I'd be.
Right.
Talk. I got a lot of people around my corner that I love and I appreciate for their honesty. My Joe Willifers, my Carl Willifers, my family, my brothers, like Lord Barron, my guy with the other podcast. You know, they got going on with University of Bad Decisions. We got to rock this shit. This shit dope.
Right.
But when I think about these guys, if I fuck up, they're going to hold me accountable. I was just talking to Justin Mills the other day. They might say, "Oh, we got to call him."
What up, man? This your boy O.C.B. Who I'm talking to?
I beat in the house, man. You know what it is.
Man, what's going on, man? We got you live on O.C.B, man. What's up with you?
Man, headed y'all way, man.
Man, that's
everything going, man.
Everything good. We talking about. Do you have anything to say about jealousy and envy?
Yes. Been through that. Been through that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Not just me. I think a lot of us have been through this situation with the jealousy and envy of people. Some people are jealous of you or who you with, jealous of what you got. Some people just envy you anyway, just because they envy you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, like I said, like if I had plenty of encounters with it, and I thought they were talking about it, like envy me or be jealous of me for what? You know what I'm saying? But people have their own opinion about other people, so you never know.
You never know. They might be jealous of your simple peace of mind.
Right.
They might be jealous of your contentment.
Why that little old nigga get all the bitches, man?
With anything.
Yeah, that's
like, bro, what you mean? Like,
we're missing our button.
Right, look, it's on the other one. We ain't got it. Yeah.
We cussing our ass off tonight.
Right.
We're missing our button.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you in a minute, brother. Thanks for that, man.
And be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't say no more. See y'all in a minute.
All right. And last but not least, we have don't forget to count your blessings. So focus on what's important in your life. What someone else has, you don't know what the picture is. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know if that's
it
truly
might be
what
it's just they season sometimes. You know,
it could be. You got a car. You able to get around. You don't have a car note, but you got a car.
They probably stole it. They I'm a thief in school. All type of shit. You don't know when the motherfuckers change their life. You know what I mean?
Like, hate on the motherfuckers.
Can't wait, bro.
You have food in
you
your
wake up to hate.
You know what I'm saying?
You expected one thing and saw another, then you started
because they got stamps. Don't worry about those people's stamps.
Right.
You know?
Well, send me some of them motherfuckers.
That's all I'm saying. Shit, help them.
Okay, so those are ways that you can cope with envy, and just take some breaths and think about it. Look, and just be grateful for where you are and what you have, because they may be envious of you.
Real talk.
And you envying something you don't even know about, because you don't know the true story. You don't know the inner workings of what's going on with that situation. Right. They probably went in debt getting all those cars. You don't know.
Right. And now we're going to talk about we're going to talk about some ways to cope with jealousy.
They say trace it back to its source.
Trace it
so
back to its source.
If you jealous of somebody, this is what you do. You sit down, you look left, you look right, and you look forward, and you look in the mirror and say, "It's me."
Look at that man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Why are you mad about what somebody else got going on to the point where you
saying? Cause what's the first thing that they don't deserve it?
What they don't got.
How you know what somebody deserves?
How you know what they work for?
Right. That's what she just was saying. Like, you just don't know. Like, people deserve what they deserve, and they give what they. Now, if they gonna have it forever, that's a different story.
Right.
And
you may not want what you think they.
Man, what came with it? I think we said,
heavy is the head that wear the crown.
Right. It might, whatever they got might be a burden. Because I said so many, like, even 2 ways. Like, we used to watch the show Hoarders, right? Mm-hmm. Now, on the outside, they got a nice car, everything clean. Can't go to the house because you can't walk in it.
Can't move.
But you jealous of they ride and how they look and clothes to get to their house. Like, woo! You know what I'm saying?
They fucked up on the inside.
Or vice versa. Some people have got a big house, no furniture in it.
No furniture.
But you still look, ooh, they got a nice house.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't never been in there, ain't know where to sit. You know what I'm saying? You jealous, envious. What you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on, man.
You
just deal with what you got to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Voice your concerns. If you feel nervous about mentioning you're jealous, try to remember you're totally normal. The other person might even had some jealous feelings of their own, and we done told it to y'all how many times?
Yeah.
So stop acting like it ain't real, y'all.
Yep, and
talk
we already
to somebody.
We already said it. Talk to a trusted friend. Yeah. And I understand too. Like, everybody don't have trusted friends, so we gonna go back to get you a therapist.
Yes.
Right. Pay them to listen to you.
Come on,
I understand, because I get that people tell people business, but that's the purpose of therapy. They obligated not to.
Yeah, legally. They can't say shit. Them, the priest, and your lawyer.
Yeah,
you can
man, get a therapist. I recommend.
Yeah,
they got some little gossip folks too.
This priest might do. Never.
We're gonna let that go.
Okay, number 4. Put a different spin on jealousy. Let me put it back up there so y'all can see it. Put a different spin on jealousy. They said that you should be able to manage it by identifying it as helpful information that you can use to create circumstances.
Right. And that's what kind of what we've been saying, all through it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you got number 5, consider the full picture. We talked about that. You don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know how they got what they got.
Right.
Practice gratitude. Be grateful for what you have.
Man, please say that again. Be for who have.
You have.
You have.
What you have.
Yourself.
Not what somebody else has, and how they, like we just said, like, be grateful for what you have, because it's something, and you still doing better than somebody else.
Always strive for more, but be thankful for
what you have. Yeah, appreciate it.
That's the only way to get to more.
That's right.
Stepping stones.
That is right. And make sure that you talk to somebody if you have any issues.
We're going to keep telling y'all.
Yes.
Talk to a therapist, man.
Look, it's okay, people. You are not crazy. Just because you want to talk to a therapist. I've been a therapist like, how many times I went? 3, 4? Some shit.
You've been advising me to go, and
yeah,
I'm going.
I went, and it helped too.
And
like, you know what I mean? That's why I got to the point of being like even more open with my wife, even able to do this podcast. Just being open, like, you know what I'm scared to talk for. Why? I know I was raised like that. You know, my mama didn't talk to us like that. Her mama didn't talk. It's just a generational thing. Like, but sometimes you get somewhere, you got to break that. You know what I'm saying? If you need to go. So you can be the best version of yourself.
Yes, sir. That's right. And who better to talk to about situations than a stranger who is impartial and somebody who by law can't repeat what they say, because you know your friend might go say, "Yeah, I'm supposed to say nothing about this," but you know they going through.
Yeah.
You
are safe.
Here they come. Hey, look, it's just between me and you.
Yeah. And you know somebody gonna tell it. That's why we talked about the trusted friend that you can talk to. And then too, you sit down and tell somebody, you know, all these years, you know, I just couldn't talk to you like I wanted to because I had so much jealousy in my heart towards you, and you never done anything to me. It was just me being jealous.
Right.
You know, and then they'll be like, "What? I was jealous of you."
Right,
you know?
right. So you never know, because of what we said earlier. Have a conversation.
Have a conversation.
Just be grateful and thankful for what you have, and don't worry about what somebody else has, what's going on. And then if it's a situation where it contains more parties, like we talked about, you got to try to keep your feelings in check, which I know is hard to do when you see something and it looks like something else, and you're bubbling and you're mad about it, and they probably talking about your surprise birthday party, and that could be the decorator.
Right.
And that's why they say jealousy always includes other parties.
Yes,
You need somebody. Most times, jealous people need somebody to try to validate their jealousy.
Right.
Or most times, they're just mad because more people are involved with you than them.
Right.
There's always an extra party involved.
If it's your spouse or your significant other, you know, maybe that's good pillow talk. You know what? I felt some type of way when that waitress came over there and said and asked me what that woman tell me that day. Talking about she asked me, was I your mama or something?
Some shit like that.
Man, I was like 30. I was like, girl, please, you know, or something like that.
In the stomach.
I was gonna go for the juggler, but I didn't.
Sissy the juggler.
I was
trying to stall out. I gave her the Boy Scout hair to gut.
Lady,
Sissy
we're
juggler.
the same age right now, and I thought I had it going on that night. And I was like I said, I was in my 30s or whatever, and I thought I had it going on. That woman talking about this your son. You ain't shit.
Get beat up.
Right, what?
On the Tuesday.
I'm over there like
get beat up on a good Tuesday.
But you know, that's I said, you know what? I felt some type of way when you was over there, you know, talking to so and so. I felt like y'all were a little close, and then you know, I ain't realized that I'm gonna have to watch out for that. Like I tell my husband all the time about how he hug people. Don't be hugging folks. You know, you hug them from the side. You know what I'm saying? Hug them from the side. No, go for the handshake. When they reach for the handshake, when they try to give you the hug, because you know, then they putting their tibbles all over you
and follow instructions.
Man, look.
And I told him, look, turn to the side like this, or give them dap or something. It's COVID.
I'm a hugger, fool. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know.
Folks dap. It's COVID.
So that be like, it's COVID.
Yeah, it's COVID. So
that's what I do. I look and see my wife looking first. Then I'm just playing.
I told him, I said, you know, I felt some type of way. I think they embrace you a little bit too long. And he's like, oh, well, I ain't even noticed that. So look for it next time. I ain't playing. It's sometimes you just can't control it, you know. And people who say they're not jealous, everybody's been jealous.
Right.
At some point in time. But me envious of what you have, no.
You
know, but
I mean, even if you do, it's about me trying to get there.
My homie Laquan Nichols said therapy is good for any situation, and we all go through something. You right, brother. We all go through. We do. We all go through. We got to be there for each other, man.
Okay. Right. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts about jealousy and envy. Like I said, I think we pretty much kind of wrapped it up already. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I mean, I get a little jealous sometimes. I mean, like you say, that's human nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially like, you know what I'm saying? I could, my wife be walking, you know, she bow-legged. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm looking and I see somebody else looking. I'm like, fuck. I like it, but still I feel some kind, you know what I mean? But as far as envy, when I do kind of feel like that, I know it's coming from a good place. It's never about malice with me and, you know, being envious of somebody. I look at them, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
bro doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for just like on the other end of the spectrum, nah, I'm not on that. But you know, look, y'all just check yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling jealous or envy, like Tero said, look at the man in the mirror.
Got to first, man.
Blackman strong for the last thought.
Blackman strong. Okay, check it out, y'all. You know one of my favorite artists that is Jay-Z. He made a song with a bar. It said "Jealous Ones Envy," which stuck with me when he wrote it, and it still stands out to this day, even on this topic. Jealous Ones Envy. So, like you said earlier, which is the 7 deadly sin. One of the 7 deadly sins is envy. So, one can play off the other.
Right.
Just learn how to be in control of what we're going through in your heart, in your mind.
Right.
What you want, whatever your dreams, your aspirations is, don't use people as stepping stones to get what you want. Use them as aids to get what you want. Right. Because your envy can lead to lust. Mm-hmm. Envy can lead to a lot of other things. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of other sins. So be content with where you are. And I always want more. I'm always striving for better, for not just for me, but for my race and for other people as well. Not just for my race. I'm a people person, but I'm always gonna put my people first.
Right.
So and I know this is detrimental for us. So we have to learn how to sit back, get the help that we need, take accountability, and learn that whatever you want out of this life, don't use me as a stepping stone. Just use me as a guide.
Right.
I'm here with you.
Right.
Okay. And I think we pretty much said
before, and even before that, we had AKFS in the building. See, that he still you had something you want to say, or are you good?
All Night Food Squad.
All Night Food
You
Squad.
good?
Squad.
All right. Food Squad. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Okay.
Good.
I think I pretty much said what I had to say about it. I saw in the comments somebody said jealousy and envy are learned traits.
Yeah, right.
And I think
on
the other side, A-Bomb felt like they were innate.
Yeah.
It can be both because, like you said, you could grow up in a toxic environment where there was a lot of envy, just as gossip or conversation, or there was a lot of jealousy between sibling and sibling rivalry and things like that. So I do feel like I agree with both of them. I'm kind of torn between the learn and the innate, but at the end of the day, it could be very detrimental and toxic, lead to stress and all kind of other issues when you don't keep it in check. And I guess that's when it becomes one of those deadly sins, if you will. But we just got to learn to be grateful for what we have and accept the fact that it's not our time. For certain things, it's not our season. But it's okay to envy. Not envy. I'm not going to even say that. It's not okay to envy, but it's okay to feel emulate that.
Yeah,
it's okay to feel admiration towards somebody because I'm an introvert, but you have some people that they are just everywhere they go, they never met a stranger, they talk, they do things like that. I'm introverted and guarded by nature, so I don't necessarily put myself out there. They usually come to me. So
people gravitate towards energy.
Now that we've been doing things like this, I feel like I'm a hybrid now. I feel like I can go either way, depends on what the situation is. But I've always kind of been envious of those people that could do that because I was, too shy to go out there and be that outgoing with things like that. Right. But now, it's something that I have to do for either my job or for this. So it's become a trait that I have learned, to get out there. But it's still something about people who command, the room, so to speak. So I would say, no, I ain't envious of them, and I'm just gonna get them because I feel like they doing it. Right. But I do feel like hey, I could learn something from that person. Yeah. So that's good envy. Yeah. That's good envy. Yeah. And good jealousy is that your spouse might feel good about themselves to know that you still kind of feel that way about them after all these years. You still getting a little jelly.
Or like she was telling Mr. Cut Up himself. You gonna put a shirt on today?
You gonna put a shirt on today?
I'm doing it. And My muscle.
No, you're not
shirt.
doing it in your muscle shirt.
She said it's iron on the bed too.
Hey, you're not going to the door in your boxers.
Right.
Put that thing up. But that's my thought, and I think we forgot to talk about Go Getter.
Yeah, man. Look, got my boy, man. He worked with me. He got his clothing line. Go Getter. I know. Y'all can see it. I probably got to stand up.
Yeah. How we doing it?
Oh, look. I'm about to step on shit.
Stand up.
I got
because I'm short.
I just Go Getter right here. You know what I mean?
Go Getter.
Yeah. So, y'all check him out. I didn't get the logo yet. We would have had it on the screen, but once I get it, man, we'll shoot it up there next time. Give you the information. Get you some. You know what I'm saying? Go Getter. You dig? You dig?
Google it.
Yep.
Facebook it. Search it.
And we got you. So, yeah. Hey, look, I hope everybody learned something. And I appreciate all the stars tonight, babe. Man, look, I appreciate those stars. Round of applause to the people that shout out them stars, man. Let's get that money, baby. You dig what I'm saying? And I also thank everybody that commented, man. We appreciate you. Y'all had some good points, you know what I'm saying? Man. So I hope we help y'all, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, those stars are going. We're gonna be at 1,000 in no time. We have
right.
7 go, y'all.
And that's it, man. O.C.B, man, on the weekend. You dig? We out.
One day we're going to have to let them hear this song.
The whole song?
We're going to let them hear half of it. Let them hear half of it.
On the weekend, we gonna ride and chill and do a